Unless you go between 5 and 5.
hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine. Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnut in her lap.
And munched.
And munched.
And munched. Give me, quoth I,
Aroint thee, witch, the rump-fed Runyard cries.
our husbands to a leper gone. Master of the tiger.
But in a sieve I'll thither sail,
And like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do. I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And another.
I myself have all the other.
All the very ports they blow. All the quarters that they know in the shipman's cards.
I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid.
He shall live a man forbid.
Weary Senites 9 times 9, shall he dwindle, peak and climb? Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed.
Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb.
Bread and hope needed come. A drum! Macbeth doth come!
The weird sisters, hand in hand, hostess of the sea and land, thus to go about, thrice divine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
Thou poisonous slave! God by the devil himself upon thy wicked dam, come forth!
As wicked to you as ere my mother brushed with raven's feather from unwholesome fen drop on you both! A southwest blow on ye, and bliss for you all o'er.
For this, be sure tonight, thou shalt have cramps! Sigh stitches that shall pen thy breath up! Urchins shall for the vast of night that they may work, all exercise on thee! Thou shalt be pinched! As thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than the bees that made 'em.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine. My Sycorax, my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and madest much of me. Wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light, and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be I that did so. All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you, for I am all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king. And here you stay me in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Exceed hence! Fetch us some fuel of it quick. Thou art best to answer the business. Shrugg'st thou, Alice? If thou neglect'st, or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps! Fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar! That beast shall tremble at thy din!
No! Pray thee. I must obey. His art is of such power, it would control my dam's god Setebos, and make a vassal of him.
While
sitting on a bank, weeping again to king my father's wreck, with this music set by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me rather, but it's gone. No, it begins again.
Ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong, dong. Full fathom five, thy father lies, on his bones are cold made, those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, or doth suffer a season's change into something rich and strange. See him soundly ring his bell, ding, now I hear them ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, dong, bell.
This ditty doth remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtain of thine eye advance. And say what thou seest yonder.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a grave form, but it is a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses that we have. Such! The going that thou seest was in the wreck. And when he is something stained with grief that's beauty's canker, thou mightst call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows. The stray's about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, but nothing natural I ever saw so lovely.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, fine spirit! I'll free thee within 2 days for this.
To my foe, why dost thou frown on me? And will thy favours never better be? Wilt thou, I say, forever be my pain? And wilt thou not restore my joys again? That fortune took my treasure and my store. Fortune hath never grieved me half so sore. Thus taking her whereon my heart did stay, fortune then mine hath took my life away.
If I shall be condemned upon surmises, all proofs sleeping else, but what your jealousies awake, I tell you, 'tis rigour and not law. Your honours all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge.
This, your request, is altogether just. Therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle.
The Emperor of Russia was my father.
You here shall swear upon this sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos,
and from thence have brought the sealed-up oracle by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest,
and that since then you have not dared to break the holy seal, nor read the secrets in it.
All this we swear.
Break up the seals and read.
Hermione is chaste. Polixenes blameless.
Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant.
No!
His innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir, if that which is lost be not found. Now blessed be the great Apollo! Praised!
Hast thou read truth?
Aye, my lord, even so as it is here set down.
There is no truth at all in the oracle. The sessions shall proceed. This is mere falsehood.
Calpurnia,
Here, my lord.
send you directly in Antonius' way, when he doth run his course. Antonius?
Caesar, my lord!
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia, for our elders say, the Baron. Touched in this holy chase, shake free their sterile curse.
I shall remember. When Caesar says do this, it's performed.
Oh, yeah.
Set off and leave no ceremony out.
Still, peace yet again.
Who is it in the press calls on me? I hear a tongue, shriller than the music, cry, Caesar! Speak, Caesar, his turn to hear.
Beware the Ides of March!
What man is that?
The soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
Said thou to me now. Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March!
He is a dreamer. Let's leave him. Pass.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome. Good Marcellus.
What, has the thing appeared again tonight?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but a fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him, touching this dreaded sight twice seen of us. Therefore, I have entreated him, along with us, to watch the minutes of this night, that if this apparition come again, he may approve our eyes and speak to it.
Tush, tush, do not appear.
Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story. What we have 2 nights seen.
Well, sit we down and let us hear Bernardo speak of this.
Last night, of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume that part of heaven where now it burns, Marcellus and myself, the bell then beat as one.
Break me off! Look where it comes again!
In the same figure, like the king that's dead.
Thou art a scholar, speak to it, Horatio.
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
Most like. It harrows me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to.
Question it, Horatio.
What art thou that usurpst this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of merry Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven,
How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Before my God, I might not disbelieve, without the sensible and true vouch of mine own eyes. Look, my lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. Be thou a spirit of health, or goblin damned. Bring with thee airs from heaven, or blasts from hell. Be thy intent wicked or charitable. Thou comest in such a questionable shape that I will speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dane, oh answer me! Let me not burst in ignorance, but tell why thy canonized bones, hearsed in death, have burst their cerements. Why the sepulchre, wherein we saw thee quietly in hand, hath oped his ponderous and marble jaws to cast thee up again? What may this mean? That thou, dead corse, again in complete steel, revisits thus the glimpses of the moon, making night hideous, and we fools of nature, so horribly to shape our disposition with thoughts beyond the reaches of our souls. Say, why is this? Wherefore? What should we do?
It beckons you away with it, as if to impart the desire to you alone.
Look, with what courteous action it waves you to a more removed ground. But do not go with it.
No, by no means.
It will not speak? Then I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Why? What should be the fear? I do not set my life in a pin's fee, and for my soul? What can it do to that, being a thing immortal as itself? It waves me forth again. I'll follow it.
What if it tempt you toward the flood, my lord? Or to the dreadful summit of the cliff that beetles all his base into the sea? And there, assume some other horrible form, which might deprive your sovereignty of reason, and draw you into madness.
It waves me still. Go on. I'll follow thee.
You shall not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands.
Be ruled. You shall not go.
My fate cries out, and makes each petty artery in this body as hardy as the Nemean lion's nerve. Still am I called. Unhand me, gentlemen. By heaven, I'll make a ghost of him that lets me. I say away! Go on, I'll follow thee. Where wilt thou lead me? Speak! I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge, when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain turn to walk the night, and for the day confined to fasting fire, till my foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house. I could a tale untold, whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks to part, and each particular hair to stand on end, like quills upon the fretful porpentine. But this eternal blaze must not be for ears of flesh and blood. List, list, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder.
Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find the act, and duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease on leafy wall. Wouldst thou not stir in this? Now, Hamlet, here. 'Tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me, So, the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death, rankly abused. No, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle.
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft in his wits, with traitorous gifts. Oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce. One to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there. But soft, with things I said in the morning air, brief, let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom, always in the afternoon. Upon my secure hour, thine uncle stole, with juice of cursed heaven on in a vial, and into the porches of my ear before the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with the blood of man, that swift as quicksilver, it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhoused, disappointed, unannealed, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all the imperfections upon my head. Oh, horrible, most horrible. The glowworm shows a matin to be near, and gains to pale in his uneffectual fire. Adieu, Hamlet, remember me.
Oh, all you hosts of heaven. Oh, earth. What else? And shall I couple hell? Oh, fine. Hold my heart. Aye, thou poor ghost. While memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. Oh, villain, smiling, damned villain. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is adieu, remember me. I have sworn it.
Finger of birth, strangled babe, stitch delivered by a
need without a name.
And unto you, by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yesterday waves confound and swallow down Asia, though bladed corn be launched and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's Germans tumble all together, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand, we'll answer. Say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see them.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 farrow.
Grease that sweated from the murderer's gibbet.
Throw into the flame.
Come, high or low, thyself and always definitely show.
Thou unknown power!
We know thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou naught.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife! Dismiss me! Enough!
Turn thou on for thy good caution, thanks. I was harped by fear aright. But what word more?
He will not be commanded!
Here's another more potent than the first. Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
And I 3 ears I hear thee.
Be bloody, bold and resolute! Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies and sleep in spite of thunder. On thee, the right is like the issue of the king, the west on his maiden round and round, and top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it. Be lion mettle, proud, and take no care who chase, who fret, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, till great Birmingham wood to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree, and fix his earthbound root? Sweet Boldmans! Good. Rebellion's head rise never, to the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know. Why sing Sun Cauldron? What noise is this?
Show his eyes and prove his heart. Oh,
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Thou, thy crown does sear mine eyeballs. Thy hair, though on the gold-bound brow, is like the first. And third is like the former. Filthy hags! Why do you show me this? And fourth, stout eyes! What? Will the line stretch out to the crown? Never yet. At 7, I'll see no more. Yet an 8th appears. who shows me many more. So I see the twofold bulls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sight! Now I see, 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his! What? Is this so?
Aye, sir!
Aye, sir!
Aye, sir! All this is so!
Come now! A roundel and a fairy song. Then, the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the muskrow zone. Some woo with rear mice for their leaden wings to make my small elves coats. So keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
The usual cocks are black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little will.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mark. and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wits to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cries? Never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee!
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that summoneth neighbours will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit, of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll fetch thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom! Ready! Cobweb! And die! Up! And die! And mustard seed! And die!
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Talk in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and jutes, with green purple grapes, free figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humblebees, and by night takers crop their waxen thighs to light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and to arise. And flap the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. And on to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail, hail, hail!
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I desire you more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peace blossom.
I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peace Blossom, I desire you more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Ah, good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant-like Oxby hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred have made my eyes water ere now. I desire you more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon methinks looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongues, bring him silently.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair, Pyramus. Oh. Speed to Quince. Float the bows, Mender. Start the tin cup. Starblade! That's my life. Stolen ensign left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can tell what. thought I was. And methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. Oh, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. I shall sing it at the latter end of a play before the Duke. Her adventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
I dreamed a dream tonight, and so did I. Well, what was yours? The dreamers often lie. In bed asleep while they do dream things true. Oh? Then I see Queen Mab hath been with you? She is the fairies' midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep.
Wagon spokes made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the colours of the moonshine's watery beams.
Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small grey-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid.
Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by a joiner squirrel or old brat. Time has mine the fairies' coachmakers.
And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of her.
Oh, courtiers' knees that dream on cursies straight.
Oh, a lawyer's fingers who straight dream on feet. Oh, a lady's lips
who straight on kisses dream. Which oft the angry mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are.
Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit.
And sometimes comes she with a tithe pig's tail,
tickling a parson's nose as a lies asleep. And then dreams he of another benefit.
Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreameth he of trusting foreign quarrels.
Of preaching
And
scandals,
Spanish flames.
of hell 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened swears a prayer or two,
And sleeps again.
This is that very man that plants the manes of horses in the night,
And baits the old flocks in foul sluttish hairs, which once entangled much misfortune bodes.
This is the hag when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she. Peace, my future thief. Thou talkst of nothing.
Behold, I pray you, follow me into the pit, and when I give the watchers, do as I bid you. Come, come, trip, trip.
I think the devil would not have me damned, lest the oil that's in me would set hell on fire. He never else would cross me thus.
There
fairies! Fairies, black, grey, green and white, you moonshine revelers and shades of night. You orphan heirs of fixed destiny, attend your office and your quality. Choir goblin, make the fairy noise.
And bless your name! Silence, you hairy toy! Cricket, to Windsor's chimneys thou shalt flee, where thou findest fires unraked and hearts unswept. Then pinch the leaves and blow as bilberry, our radiant queen, excellent and sluttery.
They are fairies. He that speaks to them shall die. I'll wink and couch. No man their words must I.
First bead, go you, and where you find a maid that, ere she sleep, hath thrice her prayers said, raise up the organs of her fantasy. Sleep she sound as careless infancy, but those as sleep and think not on their sins. Pinch them, arms, legs, backs, shoulders, sides, and shins.
About, search Windsor Castle elves within and out, and nightly meadow fairies, look you sing, like to the garter's compass in a ring. On his flashy mully fancy right, in emerald tufts, flowers purple, blue, and white. Let sapphire, pearl, and rich embroidery buckle below fair knights and bending knee. Fairies use flowers for their carriage. A word dispersed, the tilt is 1 o'clock. Our custom dance round about the oak where the hunter, let us not forget.
Pray you lock hand in hand, yourselves in order set, and 20 glowworms shall our lanterns be, to guide our measure round about the tree. But stay, I smell a man of Middle-earth.
Heavens defend me from this Welsh fairy, lest he transform me to a piece of cheese.
Vile worm, thou dost overlook, even in thy birth!
With trial fire touch me his finger end. If he be chased, the flame will back descend and turn him to no pain. But if he start, 'tis the flesh of a corrupted man.
And trial, come!
Come, will this wood take fire?
Corrupted, tainted in desire, about him fairies sing a scornful rhyme, and as you trip, still pinch him to your time.
to perceive I am made an ass.
Aye, and an ox too. Most beasts are extant.
And these are not fairies. I was 3 or 4 times in the thought that they were not fairies. And yet the guiltiness of my mind, the process of my power, brought myself to receive belief, in despite of the teeth of all rhyme and reason, that they were not fairies. See now how quickly made a jackalet, when 'tis upon ill employment.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God and leave your desires, and fairies will not quit you.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves, all gaping wide, everyone let forth his sprite, in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies, that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house, give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf, fairy, sprite, hovers light as birds from briar. And this ditty, after me, sing and dance it triply.
First, rehearse your song by rote, with each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
and groves, and ye, that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back. You demi-puppets, that by moonshine the green, sour ringlets make, whereof the ewe not bites. And you, whose pastime it is to make midnight mushrooms, that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew. By whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azured vault, set roaring war to the dread rattling thunder of I, given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves at my command await their sleepers oped, and led them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure. And when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff. Bury it, certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound. I'll drown my book.
Now, would it please you to hear the epilogue? Or to see a Bergamasque dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you.
Our play needs no excuse.
Never excuse. When the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed.
Come, you're Bergamasque. Let the epilogue alone.
Or both?
We could do both.
Yes, both.
Bergamasque first, then. Come on.
Okay.
here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And, as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.